Black Friday is one of those days that I feel like people either love or hate. They love the endless deals, but they hate the overconsumption, the crowds, and the pressure to buy things before they're gone for good. However, I think it's possible to use Black Friday as a way to get that piece we've had our eye on at a cheaper price, without falling for the pressures to overbuy things we don't want or need. In today's video, I'll be sharing with you the 5 mistakes to avoid so you can make the most out of Black Friday. So you can get the pieces that you've had your eye on while avoiding impulse shopping for things you didn't even need. Mistake number 1 is going in blind. Do not start Black Friday shopping on Black Friday. If you already have a wish list from pieces you've had your eye on throughout the year, use that as your guide for Black Friday shopping. If you don't already have a wish list, making one before Black Friday can be really useful. You can use this list as a guide, and you can look for the specific pieces that you've already had your eye on when Black Friday rolls around. These are pieces that have been well thought out and you feel like you have a hole for in your wardrobe. Make sure your list is based on holes in your wardrobe and things that can work in your real life. Beginning your browsing on Black Friday without any guide can lead to a lot of unnecessary purchases. Mistake number 2 is purchasing something based on first glance. I know for me, when I see something online, I immediately imagine it as my perfect item. It's the perfect fabric, the perfect length. It's going to look just as good on me as it does on the model. However, I have taught myself over the last couple of years to look into the details of the description if I'm looking at something online, or looking at the tag or trying something on if I'm in store, because that will give me a more realistic view of what I'm actually purchasing and bringing into my home. Details that I like to look for in store or online are fabric content, inseam, rise, and the care instructions. And I compare that information to what I'm actually looking for in the garment. For example, if something is in a synthetic material or a wool, I'll usually stay away from it because my skin is very sensitive to wool. Another example would be inseam length. I don't usually buy anything if it's under a 27-inch inseam when it comes to pants. And so if it's under that, I'm not purchasing it. And it'll help you eliminate things considering buying, or it could be checking all your boxes and prove to be a piece that you'll be wearing over and over again once you get it in your wardrobe. And when it comes to details, I will say don't compromise. And this is just a PSA for myself and you guys, not to compromise on the details. Something I'm working on is trying not to buy something if it's not 100% perfect. I've definitely been guilty of buying things that are almost perfect for me, and then I end up not wearing that thing because it's actually not that perfect thing that I was looking for. There's something that's off about it that makes me not want to wear it. And so if there is something off about it, don't waste your money on it because it won't be something that you're going to be reaching for, and it'll most likely go unworn in your wardrobe. Mistake number 3 is buying something just because it's on sale. Just because an item is a great deal doesn't mean you have to add it to your wardrobe. When it comes to buying clothes, once you add it to your closet, bring it into your home, then you have to go ahead and store it and care for that item, and that takes time, effort, and money. And so thinking carefully about what you bring in is really important to curating your wardrobe and your personal style. Bringing in random things that were affordable that may not even align with your personal style will end up being a waste of time and money, even though you got it for cheap. Mistake number 4 is buying things final sale. Final sale means you absolutely cannot return it, no exchanges. That is your thing once you buy it. One thing that I like to think about is, why would a company make something final sale unless they really wanted to get rid of it? It hasn't sold that well that they have some left over, and now they're trying to get rid of their stock of it, so they're selling it to you for a discounted rate that you can't return because they don't want it back. So unless you've tried the item on in a store previously before Black Friday and you know that it's absolutely something that you love and it will fit absolutely perfectly and it's the exact color that you like and there's no flaws whatsoever in any of the details, then that's the only way I would consider buying something final sale, because there's no going back. Once you have that item, that's yours and it's in your closet. So if you're buying something final sale that you've never seen in person or touched or know how it fits, there's a really high chance that it's not going to be right, and then you're just stuck with it anyway. And the final mistake is you spend all day shopping. I realize that Black Friday can be a sort of bonding experience for people. They usually do it in groups, and it can be really fun. However, the longer you spend shopping in stores or online, the higher likelihood it is that you're going to buy something that maybe you don't need or want. There's so much marketing and science behind trying to get you to buy stuff on Black Friday that it's just psychology that the more time you spend out in stores or online, eventually you're gonna break down and maybe buy something that you don't actually need. So my suggestion is to set a time limit or time frame to stick to, and then go have lunch or touch some grass or do another activity that doesn't involve spending money on new items. Are there any tips about Black Friday that you think I missed? Make sure you comment them down below and we can chat about it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up so I know to make more videos like this. I love making videos all about personal style and making the most out of your wardrobe, so if you don't want to miss anything from me, make sure to subscribe. It really helps my channel. If you enjoyed this, you might enjoy my video where I talk about my 5 wardrobe mistakes and how I fix them, so I will leave that linked here and see you in the next one. Bye!